Well, hello everyone. This is your unmanned pilot, John Victor Jacobson, and this here is a Google Earth look at the Clark Reservoir in the central section. And this is what the central section looks like using a drone to map and get a detailed image of what's on the ground and what's happening in the water, and just a better view at closer range. We flew the mission at 300 feet altitude. This is actually a 60-acre section of the Clark Reservoir here, between the Garden State Parkway on the right and the Raritan Road on the left. So what do you say we take a closer look in? Okay, so that's Raritan Road on the left, and you can see some ice in the water, and those are geese down there, and they put a lot of fecal bacteria into the reservoir, into the water column, and it all eventually goes downstream, or it sinks to the bottom and becomes nutrients for future algae blooms. Okay, there's nothing we're going to do about that, but this here is ice, and there is methane gas percolating up from the sediments that have been laid down over the many years, and we're going to zoom in and take a better look at that. Each one of them little spidery looking holes, there's methane gas. And let's take a look at some other things here. And right down here is where oil is being introduced into the reservoir from upstream. There it is, just a few days earlier, and this is what it looks like in the water column. This is not a good situation and has to be remediated immediately. And it's coming from, that stream goes all the way out to Westfield Avenue, just across from City Hall. And right there's Westfield Avenue coming up right there. Yep. And that there is what I call Sickwater Bay, right next to the Clark Crusaders football field there. And that thing in the water down there, I don't know what the hell that is, but it looks like some kind of a drainage pipe. That's really not a big deal. If you look along the shoreline here, let's just follow the shoreline. I wanted to get these images while there was no vegetation, while there were no leaves on the trees, so you could see the ground below, and you can see the ground below, which is nice. And you can see also, this here is right behind, I guess, Public Works, and you can see some things that have fallen into the water there, or have been thrown or tossed, I don't know. But that has to be taken care of. And now we're coming up on the parkway, right here to the right. And some young boys came to my front door a couple of days ago. They see my Facebook posts, and they said, "Mr. Jacobson, we found a place where there's a whole lot of garbage," and they showed me. And what is this? This is some kind of a drainage access? This looks like, hold on, move your feet. Township of Clark, 1960. Wow, that's a long time ago. Them some old pipes. So where's the problem? Oh, look at this. What the? Oh, man, that's some pretty nasty looking.
John, it goes all the way down.
Oh, no. That's all foam. That's all styrofoam, it looks like. All the floaters. Getting stuck in there. Wow. Did you guys go down in there? Oh, good. Don't do that.
And look at this, John.
So that needs to be cleaned out. What else? That's not something we could take care of. Go ahead, close that back up. That looks nasty. What's this? Oh, this is just an open pit in the ground. It's water down there. Look at that. That's just open. That's not safe for humans or animals. That's right next to the parkway too. Yeah, that there problem probably has to be looked at and taken care of. It's right there behind the Grand Centurions and to the right. So let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. You can see how you can see through the canopy when you map with this kind of technology, drone technology and drone deploy mapping software. And that there is where the methane gas, you can see methane gas. Those are just bubbles that just come up and then they melt the ice, thin layers of ice, and that's a very thin layer. And now we're back to the Raritan Road where we started. So that's it. That is 60 acres, 5 gigabytes, 520 images stitched together. This here's a diagram of how water flows through the environment that we live in here. And this here's how you filter out toxins that come into the environment, like pesticides and fertilizers and other mud flows and other things. And these are just some basic information that you can search for on the internet on how to filter out toxins in the environment and prevent them from flowing into our precious waterways that we have so badly neglected for so many years here in Clark. It's very simple technology, it's very inexpensive, and it's the most cost-efficient way of taking care of our waterways here in Clark. And the first thing you have to do is you have to provide access so that you can get to these places. And these are just some overblown things that I got off the internet. You don't need anything elaborate, you don't need anything big, unless you want to make it big. But what you need is a platform to put your compressors in, aerator compressors, and then you need to do this.
This is John Tucci with Lake Savers and Aeration Tech with a little video here to show you what real large lake aeration looks like. This is one of our patented ceramic diffusers at the bottom in about 30 feet of water at this lake, and you can just see the tremendous amount of circulation and oxygenation going on from one diffuser plate in one spot on this 150-acre lake. So the reason for this video is just give you a visual picture of what large water body, large lake aeration looks like, so that you can maybe go out to your local pond and that has an aeration, a pond aeration system in it, and maybe take a look at what those boils look like and compare the difference. I think you'll be pretty amazed at what it takes to really oxygenate and circulate a lake like this, which is 150 acres, and it really takes a different approach and a different set of equipment than what it takes to put some bubbles into a backyard pond. So a quick video here on large lake aeration up close with our patented diffuser technology. John Tucci, Lake Savers and Aeration Tech. By the way, we measured the water clarity in this lake earlier today, and we're hitting clarity of 21 feet, which is pretty much an all-time record for this our home lake here, Sherman Lake in Michigan. Again, John Tucci, Lake Savers and Aeration Tech. If you're interested in real aeration for large lake, large water bodies, contact us at 269-383-3400.
And how are we going to pay for it all? Well, here's how we're going to pay for it all. Watch this next clip very carefully. Are you ready? Here we go. So you might say, okay, so what do we got to do to save the Clark Reservoir? What do you want us to do? Well, you don't want to go to your town council because they sold it in 2008. They didn't want to have anything to do with it. The county, Union County, has owned it since 2008. Save the Clark Reservoir. Do it now because this is un-American. This is the new Ground Zero, Clark, New Jersey. Let's save our waterways. Let's do it now. Well, I'm John Victor Jacobson, and I'm doing everything I can to make the world around me a better place.